What's up, race fans? We're all the way down here in Bethany, Connecticut in the Stirk Motorsports Shop, and I got street stock driver Cindy Stirk here with me because she's going to show off the place to all of us. But before we do that, why don't you tell us more about the shop because it's relatively new for you guys.
Yeah, this is actually a new construction shop that we moved into in May. At the beginning of the year, we only rented half of the shop, and now we have the whole thing. Before we moved in here, we didn't have a shop. We basically worked out of our house.
Let's start off here with the cars. We got 4 of them in the line. Why don't we start with this one here, because this is not a street stock.
So this is actually Bobby's late model for this coming year. Back in the day, it's actually was my dad's street stock and then late model, so it's been in our family for a long time.
Oh, and then we got your street stock here. What's the history behind this car?
Bobby and I actually built this last year.
Oh, okay.
This is one of the ones we built in our garage. Bobby's Sally, that's his pride
Sally.
and joy.
Yep.
I know that it was the Puglios at one point.
So you're saying Ed Puglio used to drive this when he was racing street stocks?
Yep. It was actually one of his backup cars, and he drove it, and he won a couple races in it.
Yeah.
And he fell in love with it.
Oh, well, I guess Bobby fell in love with this car too.
Oh, for sure.
Now, this is a car we saw a couple times this season, John Johnson.
Yep. I don't think it came from Connecticut. I think it was further up north. But we bought this, and this was supposed to be Bobby's backup car because Bobby wanted a backup car, and my car was supposed to be his.
Oh, okay.
And then I stole that off of him.
You got a lift here.
It's actually, we bought it used, so we only got it about 2 months ago.
What's this door panel here on the right?
That came off of Bobby's late model.
Okay.
That one over there to the left, that was off of Bobby's street stock. Actually, this car here, probably 2017. He ran a couple races at Stafford before. And then the one next to it was last year's. We actually have a buddy that comes, his name is Butch. And this is his little area here. He does some motor work, obviously not to our crates because those are sealed, but that's mostly his area. This is my brand new toolbox that my brother bought me for my birthday.
Oh.
I have not acquired any tools to put in it yet. That's the next step for it.
And then a bunch of tires here from this season?
We have some from this season and some, like the bottom ones here, from our dually. Just some of the tires came with when we bought cars, and we just haven't gotten rid of them. We have a bunch of extra rims, a little bit more of his engine work. I ran a 305 at the beginning of the season, so that we're able to do more work too than obviously the crates, which are sealed.
Right.
So actually how our shop is set up is that's more of the race shop, and this is our elevator company. So these are all of our test weights for when we have to do drop tests for the elevators.
Okay.
So that's what these are. The job boxes are for the business also. And then over here, we're starting to make like a machine shop. So we have a Bridgeport and a bandsaw here. We have just like our parts cleaners and everything. We have fluids, and then on the bottom shelf, we have all of our paint. This is basically just one of our workbenches. We have our vise, we have grinding wheels, and then a bunch of other just spare tools. We always keep our batteries on charge just because we go through them very quickly. And then over here is where we keep all of our power tools. So we have our power tools and a couple other of my dad's important tools for the business that he keeps all kind of together so they don't get scattered around. Underneath we have hydraulic fluid for the elevators. Oh. And just a bunch of other parts. Up there is basically, we consider it our parts room. When we first got the shop, it didn't have an office, and here's my office, and up above we built like a parts room. So we have a bunch of shelves up there with parts organized, some body panels up there.
What is this speed shop sign?
Let me start by saying my dad ordered it as a present for my brother, and little typo.
The last name.
Missed the K.
The last name.
My dad actually went to the one of our decal guys, and he was trying to make a K to stick it on there. It's like, it's not gonna stick. And there's no room for it.
Bobby Stir the Third. Well, we appreciate you having us here, Cindy. It's really cool to see not just the racing side, but the business side of operations and what gets done here. And we're excited to see what's in store for y'all in 2023.
Thank you.